In October 2008, a loser in terms of his presidential campaign, and it was embarrassing, and it was painful, and it cost the country greatly, was John McCain. And here's what John McCain said in October 2008 when running against Barack Obama. Cut 4, go.
And I will fight, but we will be respectful. I admire Senator Obama and his accomplishments. I will respect him. And I want everyone to be respectful. And let's make sure we are, because that's the way politics should be conducted in America.
I see. So all the slime that Obama has spewed against conservatives and Republicans, is he being respectful? This is about winning. Winning. Meanwhile, Governor Huntsman sounds an awful lot like John McCain to me 2.5 years ago. Cut 3, go.
We will conduct this campaign on the high road. I don't think you need to run down someone's reputation in order to run for the office of president. Of course we'll have our disagreements. That's what campaigns are all about. But I want you to know that I respect my fellow Republican candidates. And I respect the President of the United States. He and I have a difference of opinion on how to help a country we both love. But the question each of us wants the voters to answer is who will be the better president, not who's the better American.
Good Lord. Doesn't that make you want to jump out of your seats and applaud? So he's admonishing us. We don't even know who this guy is. You folks in Utah do, but most of us don't know what the hell a Jon Huntsman is. It's already lecturing us. You know what he's saying? Look, don't embarrass me. I'm running for president. I'm trying to appeal to moderates and liberals and Democrats. Don't embarrass me, conservatives. Don't embarrass me, Republican base. But they all sound like accountants to me. He sounds like an accountant, with all due respect. Pawlenty sounds like an accountant. Romney, he sounds like I'm not sure what, to be honest. But they don't sound terribly presidential to me, do they to you? So be respectful. If you get anything out of his announcement today, be respectful. Be just as respectful to the left as they are to us, huh? They trash-mouth us constantly. Well, Mark, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to win. No, I'm not saying do what they do. But I am saying be tough. Tougher than this guy. For all I know, he was a Marine. Great. He may be tough in that respect, but when he comes to power, listen to him. They sound like nebbishes. Go look it up. I'm running for president to be like Ronald Reagan. What? I can't hear you. What? Be respectful and civil, and I respect the president, and he loves the country. What? I can't hear you. Be civil. Be what? Obama loves America, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he wants to transform it. Yes. We always want to transform. That transform meaning fundamentally change. We always want to fundamentally change things we love, don't we? You know what? I love this house. I'm going to transform it. Excuse me? I said I love this. I heard you. I'm not following you, though. You know what? I love this suit. I think I'm going to fundamentally transform it. What? You know what? I like being a guy. I think I'm going to fundamentally transform myself. It's absolutely illogical. It's incoherent. Let me ask you this. Does Obama love the Constitution? If so, why doesn't he follow it from time to time? Does he love the federal judiciary even when they issue decisions he doesn't like? Well, when they do, why doesn't he comply with them? Does he love the rule of law? I mean, he says the War Powers Act is constitutional, but he's defying it. He is blatantly defying it. Does he love that? Tell me, does he love America, Mr. Huntsman, when he's bowing down to dictators who are trashing us? It's a funny way to show your love. to us. All this love coming from Obama for his country, for his Constitution, for his Declaration of Independence, so much love that he wants to transform it, fundamentally transform it. And his civility, and the civility of the people around him, that David Axelrod, when I think of civility, I think of him, don't you? Or Van Jones, don't you think of him? So civil. When I think of civility, I think of Harry Reid, don't you? And Nancy Pelosi. In fact, the whole left, the leadership of the left, they're always civil. The Daily Kos, Media Matters, the Center for American Progress, or whatever they call it, always civil and respectful. Yes, they always want to debate on the issues, on the substance, don't they? So, of course, when Ryan made his Medicare reform proposal, which now, of course, that's not conservative enough, say some conservatives, who didn't propose a damn thing until he proposed something. But that aside, were they civil and respectful to Ryan? Did they want to have a debate? No, they tried to destroy him, and they still are. Am I right? Oh, and all the civility and respect, I remember. That was shown Sam Alito when he was nominated, with his wife behind him, crying. Sort of reminds me when Clarence Thomas was nominated and they tried to destroy him, and his wife Ginny was behind him crying. Oh, the civility and respect from the left. It's a beautiful thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to crush our opposition politically. We need to crush them. We need to take the Democrat Party and break it into a million pieces. We need to take the Republican Party and clean it up. Because the corporatists, the bureaucrats in the party, the go-alongs, the losers, for the most part, they manage it. It's time to clean them out and get some fresh, conservative people. And if there are older people in there, or people who've been there a long time and they're conservative, I want to support them too. Now, we need to make some transformations in this country that promote liberty and private property rights, that respect the individual, that rely on faith, not the rule of man. We need to do those things. But don't worry, Obama loves America. I've heard Jon Huntsman say, I could barely hear him. I was trying to hear him, but I couldn't really hear him. He talks so quietly. Let's go through some of the other ways that Obama respects America and loves America. He ignores the top lawyers at the Justice Department, at the Pentagon. He ignores the War Powers Act. I hear it. I'm not picking it up yet. He ignores his generals when it comes to Afghanistan, as you're going to see. He ignores federal judges. He ignores the law of economics. He ignores the Constitution. But he loves them all. Huntsman's not up to it. Huntsman's going nowhere. And that's exactly why the establishment Democrats and Republicans love this guy. They love these Republican foils. They hated Ronald Reagan. They hated Ronald Reagan the way they hate Palin, the way they hate Bachmann, the way they hate Kaine, the way they hate the rest. They hate them. They want to destroy them. Jon Huntsman has no base. There's no void for him to fill. There's no spontaneous support for this guy. So what's he doing in the race? How did this happen? Who put him up? Or is his ego just so big that he can't miss the opportunity to run for president? I mean, really, what is it that he has to offer? Does anybody know? Because I honestly don't. And I can't stand being lectured by these people running for office about how we are to behave, about what we're supposed to do. Mr. Huntsman, you need to ask us for our votes. We don't need to ask you for a damn thing. It's about time that you treat us with respect and civility, we conservatives. There is no way you're getting my vote in the Republican primary, period. These other hosts can dance around. They can try and get you on their programs and do all the rest. I've seen enough. You're very unimpressive, if I may say so. Now, your father, he's very impressive. I don't know his politics, but a self-made billionaire who's created things, now that's impressive. Not so much you. Let's go to cut one, Mr. Producer, and listen to how another nebbish tries to pretend that they're Ronald Reagan. Go.
Now, behind me is our most famous symbol of the promise of America. President Reagan launched the 1980 general election campaign from this very spot. It was a time of trouble, worry, and difficulty, and he assured us...
Wait a minute, I can't hear you. Can you repeat? I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little bit? I mean, when Ronald Reagan... What? Ronald Reagan stood here. When Ronald Reagan stood here, Ronald Reagan, he said... Okay, mark him off my list. Right? That's the way that one goes.